Hello and welcome to the Terraform Associate Examination Series. So my name is Alok Kumar and today we are going to discuss on the questions that may appear in your examinations for the Terraform Associates. So the question number 1, what are the some of the benefits of infrastructure as a code? So how the infrastructure as a code help you? What type of benefits it will provide? So as per the first options, increase manual interventions and human error. This not correct. Why? Because the aim of the IAC infrastructure as a code to reduce manual intervention and human error by automating the infrastructure provisioning. So this is not correct, because IAC is to decrease the human error, IAC tool, okay, and it will automate the process. So it will decrease the manual intervention, not to increase it. Slower provisioning and scaling of infrastructure. This is also wrong, because IAC typically speed up, not slow, both the things, provisioning and scaling of the infrastructure, because automation is on the way to help the IAC tools to automate the process. Okay, so this is also wrong. Now going to the fourth option, D, limited ability to version control. This is completely wrong, because IAC tools enable the version control for infrastructure changes and allowing the tracking. In case of any problem, you can reverse to the previous state. Okay, so this option is also not correct. Now the third one, consistent and reproducible deployment. This is completely correct. Infrastructure as a code allow for consistent and reproducible deployment by defining the IAC in code, infrastructure in code. What it leads? It leads to the automations, reduce the error, and the ability to easily replicate the environment. Okay, so this is the beauty of IAC and this is the benefits of the IAC. If you want to refer a go-to page for this, you can follow this link. I am going to provide in the description sections so that you can watch this video for that is for 3.35 minutes. Okay, this will provide you all the benefits what the IAC tools provide, and in case of any things related with the IAC tools questions that appear in the exam, you can easily tackle it. Okay, so that's it for this question. Now jumping to the other one. Question number 2, what is the role of Terraform provider? So it's asking about the roles. What is the role that the Terraform provider provides? Okay, the option is to define the infrastructure as code using HCL, HashiCorp configuration language. So HCL is a language used to write Terraform configurations, not the primary role of provider. So it will help you to write the configurations. This is not the main role of the provider. So this option is completely wrong. To manage and interact with the API of cloud or infrastructure platform. This is completely true. This is the main role of the Terraform provider. Now the C, to provide network capability within Terraform modules. This is not the main role. Provider handle interactions with the API, not networking capability directly. So this is wrong. To perform Unit testing of Terraform configurations. Unit testing. Providers are not primarily responsible for performing unit tests. They manage API interactions. The API interact with the API. This is correct. So all the options C and D are wrong. B is the correct one. For more details about the Terraform provider, you can follow this link. Here we have the main provider: AWS, Azure, GCP, Kubernetes, Alibaba Clouds. So you can refer this link for more details about what is the role of the Terraform providers. So you can tackle any types of question in the exam. Now jumping to the other question. Now this is very interesting question. Which Terraform command is utilized to release the lock on the state for the current configurations? Which command we are going to use to release the lock? Okay, so in Terraform, the lock can occur due to several reasons. So which command you can use to unlock the state? Okay, so Terraform unlock, this is the first option. And for your information, these types of command not exist in the Terraform. Terraform release lock, this also not exist. Such type of command not exist in the Terraform, then how can you use it? So these types of options they will provide to confuse you. Terraform remove lock, this also not exist. So this is the correct options. Terraform force unlock, this command is used to remove the lock on the state for the current configurations. So it will allow you to unlocking the state even if the lock is held by another user. At that time you have to provide the lock ID. If the state is locked by another user, then you have the error message like state lock for default is already held by another process, and they will provide you the ID number. ID number is provided with the informations that this is already held by another process. So you have to unlock the state and you have to provide the ID. You have to write the command Terraform force unlock with the ID number, whatever it is. It will be alphanumeric 1 2 3 4 A B C D D D E E F F. So you have to provide this number after the space, put the space and provide the ID number to force unlock the state. But there is some precautions. Only use force unlock when you are absolutely sure no other Terraform process is actively running at that time, because misuse of this command can lead to corrupt your state file. So very precautions means very you have to be very careful at that time when you are executing this command force unlock. Okay, so now question number 4. Upon migrating from Terraform open source to Terraform cloud and creating a workspace with the migration of the existing state and configurations, what version of the Terraform would the new workspace be configured to use? Okay, so for configurations, what type of settings you are going to use? So what is the OSS, Terraform open source? So it is a free and open source version of the Terraform. This is a tool developed by HashiCorp for infrastructure as a code, and we are using it. Okay, so whatever the Terraform code we writing in the Terraform open source. Okay, and the question is about migrating the Terraform open source to Terraform cloud. Okay, so whatever the code we are writing in a OSS for all the testings, and this is to migrating that code to the Terraform cloud. So for this, when the migration to the Terraform cloud and creating a workspace, the version of the Terraform used in the new workspace is typically determined and specified within the Terraform cloud configuration settings. Okay, so this option is correct for this. A is not correct because Terraform cloud typically allow user to define the specific version to be used rather than the automatically use the latest version available. So this option is not correct, neither B, neither D. Okay, so the version specified in the Terraform cloud settings we have to use. The setting allow user to define the desired Terraform version for their workspace in cloud, Terraform cloud. So you can refer these documentations for more detail about the workspace settings. Okay, so you can read these documentations, although it is a big document on the Terraform cloud settings, but this is very beneficial to tackle any types of question in the exam. I will provide all the links related to the question in the description section. Now jumping to the other question. So the question number 5, this is a very easy question. Which keyword is used to declare a variable in Terraform? So I think if you written any code, you can understand that we are using var for this, and this is very easy question. Like you defined a variable, right? Variable, and suppose you are defining reason, and you have the type, okay, and you are using all the things like description, type, string, and description, default. What is the value default, like the reason you are selecting US East 1, and how you are going to use it when you are using the provider for suppose AWS, because we ping into the AWS reason. Okay, at that time the reason that you are using of var dot reason, and this is the default value that will be assigned. Okay, so var is the correct answer for this, and define is not the keyword used in the Terraform to declare a variable. So this is wrong. Set in Terraform, set is not used to declare a variable. It used in some programming languages for data structure representing an unordered collections of unique values. So this is not used in the Terraform. Input, though it related to receive the user input, input is not the keyword used to declare a variable in the Terraform. So this is also wrong. So var is the correct answer. So hope you like my effort for putting all the question in this series. That will help you to clear the Terraform associate exam. If you like this video, like this series, please share it with your friends. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please do subscribe it. It always motivate me to bring a new video on this series. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.